Kevin Owens has just put some pressure on WWE, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out what's going on with AJ Lee, CM Punk, and more. Starting things off with Kevin Owens and his warning to WWE. Kevin Owens has been dealing with a major inner conflict ever since Cody Rhodes agreed to team up with Roman Reigns. The whole act of seeing one of his best friends team up with one of his biggest rivals of all time just never sat right with him. After Cody and Roman signed that contract to team up with each other, Kevin's entire demeanor towards Cody completely flipped. It seemed like Kevin was trying to stay away from Cody and keep himself far away because he knew he was moments away from snapping, and he was conflicted on the idea of attacking Cody Rhodes. But like we mentioned before, it looks like bad blood was the final straw. To see Cody Rhodes win a match alongside Roman Reigns, and win it mostly due to the outside interference of another Bloodline member, Jimmy Uso, that was when Kevin reached his absolute breaking point. He made it his mission to find Cody after the show and attack him. Within the storyline, it appears that Triple H and Nick Aldis have been trying to handle the situation internally. They requested for Kevin Owens not to show up to work while the entire matter gets addressed. But Kevin went against those orders when he appeared on the October 11th edition of Smackdown. His microphone was instantly cut off to further sell the idea that WWE did not want to see him there at the show, following his uncalled for attack on Cody from Bad Blood. But Kevin Owens just revealed that there's been more things happening in the background of this storyline off screen. Kevin Owens took to Twitter to reveal that since WWE did not allow him to voice his feelings and explain his actions last week on SmackDown, he decided to make a video explaining everything and submit it into the company for them to show on the October 14th edition of Raw. But Kevin said WWE completely ignored his submitted video and did not air it on that episode of Raw like he hoped. What made him even more angry was that they didn't have time to show his video, but they did have time for Cody Rhodes to get on the ring with some microphone time on that same edition of Raw, so that really bothered him. Kevin then revealed that he's giving WWE until October 18th edition of SmackDown to air that video that he submitted, explaining his actions on Cody Rhodes. Kevin warned WWE that if they don't air his video on SmackDown, then he will just air it himself on his social media platforms. Kevin noted that this is a big deal because he usually doesn't like posting on social media, but he's trying to get that explanation out there by whatever means necessary. So if WWE does not air this video, he'll take matters into his own hands. Technically, the heel turn has already happened, but it looks like some things are happening right now within the story that's only making Kevin even more angry. WWE refuses to give him any time on SmackDown or Raw to explain his side, but they have infinite time for Cody Rhodes to appear on both shows. So that's only increasing his issues with Cody Rhodes and making Kevin even more furious. WWE obviously seems to be lightly stalling on the Cody and Kevin feud because Crown Jewel is obviously the main focus right now. So WWE is building up Cody versus Gunther for Crown Jewel, and they're having this whole situation with Kevin Owens unfold in the background at the same time. It looks like Kevin versus Cody will likely be on the back burner until after Crown Jewel. Once Crown Jewel is out of the way, it looks like the full focus will be back on Cody Rhodes versus a heel version of Kevin Owens. Actions have consequences, and the consequences for Cody becoming friendly with the entire original bloodline is that he now has lost one of his close friends, Kevin Owens. Cody's been pretty cool with Jay since late 2023, and Kevin Owens probably tried his best to let that slide as much as possible. But now that Cody's become friendly with Roman and Jimmy as well, Kevin just cannot hold back anymore, and that's going to lead to their next match against each other. So be on the lookout for some more potential social media advancements to this storyline if WWE refuses to air Kevin's explanation video. There's been a new report going around about AJ Lee's return, at least from the side of WWE. It was reported by WrestlVotes on Backstage Pass that WWE does have interest in a return for AJ Lee to the company. It's something they've been extremely open to and would put it together in no time at all, but that the decision itself is obviously not in WWE's hands, it's in AJ's hands. AJ's been out of wrestling since 2015. She had little returns within the industry, such as portraying a pro wrestler in the show Heels and having a few matches within the universe of that TV series. And she's also done some commentary for WoW Wrestling. But as far as a live match in front of an audience, it's been nearly a decade since AJ's done that. Last time AJ went into great detail about her wrestling future was in a 2017 interview where she said she's most likely done for good, but did say never say never. When CM Punk went to AEW, a lot of fans fantasy booked AJ to show up in AEW as well. And when CM Punk arrived back in WWE, fans haven't stopped thinking about an AJ Lee return ever since. There's been non-stop fantasy bookings from the fans regarding a return from AJ Lee. One of the most popular fan theories was back in summer, where fans talked about the possibility of AJ returning to throw Drew McIntyre off the ladder and stop him from winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. And after Liv took a shot at AJ for her bad taste in men, fans also wondered what a CM Punk and AJ Lee versus Dominic and Liv match would look like. Talk about power couple mixed tag matches. How about Punk and AJ versus Seth and Becky? And this is something that Eric Bischoff was recently vocal about. There's just an endless amount of storyline possibilities regarding a return to WWE for the AJ Lee character. No one is asking for a full-time return, especially after missing 10 years from the ring. But even a limited role that Beth Phoenix had a few years ago would be pretty cool. Edge was feuding with The Miz and Maurice. He needed someone to help him with the numbers advantage, and out came his wife Beth to balance out the odds and have a quick little return run with WWE. So if Punk found himself in a similar situation of dealing with a man and woman coming after him, of course everyone's gonna run wild with their AJ Lee return theories and predictions. So it's nice to hear reports that WWE is fully down to make an AJ Lee return take place. That handles that half. But now we just gotta wait to see if the other half is open to the idea, and that's AJ herself to want it. As far as things go with her husband CM Punk, fans did get a bit worried there with his promo following the Hell in a Cell match with Drew McIntyre. Punk did make it seem like he was going away for a decent while with the way he was speaking, but new reports are still claiming that CM Punk is expected to be a part of November's Survivor Series premium live event. It'll be the 1-year anniversary of Punk's historic return to WWE, and it looks like he'll have a big role at the event. And assuming that Punk will have a match at Survivor Series, that means he'll at least have to return a few weeks before the event to build it up. So fans are thinking that the window for Punk's return could open up immediately following Crown Jewel season. The next important question to ask and wonder about is, how exactly does Punk get written back into the show, and who does he come after? Punk did previously express a lot of interest in coming after Gunther and the world title in recent months. The world title was in CM Punk's crosshairs before injuries, and Drew McIntyre got in the way. So maybe with both of those things out of the picture now, he can return to the world title scene. WWE also set up a stare down between Punk and Seth Rollins during his most recent promo, so that appears to be the two doors that are open for CM Punk right now. We'll see which one WWE decides to use for him. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.